Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now. The Long Island Business Action Networking Group, also known as LIMBA, gets presentations from many local leaders. This morning, they hear from a man who's putting Suffolk County's money where his mouth is.
John Kennedy is the newly elected Comptroller of Suffolk County. He has a lot of responsibility, and I didn't know what that was until I had talked to him on the radio. Now, I wanted my audience to hear it.
I'm elected to make sure that every penny of the $2.9 billion of our annual budget is spent the way that the legislature and the county executive set out in that 2015 operating budget.
The Comptroller is the chief fiscal officer for the county of Suffolk. It is our ultimate responsibility to audit all of the revenues, all of the disbursements, and all of the payments that are made to any entity utilizing taxpayer funds.
If a vendor promises to deliver us 100 pencils, we count the pencils. We make sure we got 100, not 99, not 90 with lead in them and the other 10 out of hollow. 100 working pencils.
In order to do a better job than the last administration, Comptroller Kennedy is beefing up his staff.
We have 3 new auditors that we are bringing on board. Plus, with some internal redeployment, we'll be increasing the size of our line audit staff by over 40% this year.
As a business networking group, members wanted to know how Kennedy will affect their bottom line. His first solution is to pay vendors faster.
Time is money. If we want to induce vendors to bid so we can get a better price, vendor says, I don't want to deal with you, Suffolk County. You take 8 months to pay me. We'll say, you know what? We'll pay in 60 days.
Chairman and CEO of Gold Coast Bank, John Sunis, likes Kennedy's focus.
We hear all the time that government spends money, wastes money, and his concern for that, I think, hits right on point for us.
Verify fixed assets. Verify that a contractor, like one of the ones that's coming in to see us for audit, who represented that they acquired $10,000 in furniture to furnish a homeless housing location, can't identify it. Can't find it.
It was a very informative meeting. Mr. Kennedy pointed out a lot of conflicts of interest that there may be in government spending.
One example cited by the Comptroller is partisan favoritism.
You know, Ronald Reagan says the 11th commandment is, thou shalt not blame or castigate fellow Republicans. But I will tell you, this Republican will not tolerate any negotiation or wanton discharge of monetary amounts that have been identified that cannot be accounted for.
John Kennedy plans to get 100% compliance through an IRS tried and tested technique called vigorous auditing.
Vigorous auditing is kind of like why we all pay taxes. You know, if we didn't hear from somebody who had a horror story with the IRS, we'd probably all be in Florida or the Bahamas right now. But we've all elected to pay taxes, because if we don't, we're going to get audited. We're going to get audited, and we're going to get fined, and there's going to be penalties, and we're going to pay dearly.
We want to support all the honest businessmen and merchants out there who are doing the right thing, and have them know that everybody's on the same level playing page.